breakthroughs in science and technology, advancements in business and beyond. Join us as we educate, enlighten, and entertain. This is Innovations.
Gun manufacturers walk a fine line between catering to demand for traditional weapons and the need to remain abreast of the technological developments seen by other industries. Learn more next.
Dating back to the black powder days, the first bullet makers used soft lead when creating both rifle and handgun bullets.
From the dawn of firearms up until about the Civil War, bullets, rifle bullets, projectiles, were essentially round balls. They were lead round balls. The lead was heated, poured into a mold, and the mold was broken apart when the lead solidified, and you had a projectile or a black powder bullet. Around the time of the Civil War, the bullet advanced from a round ball to a conical or a mini ball, which more looked like the shape of the modern bullets we're familiar with today. But they were still made of lead up until about the late 1800s.
From 1500 to 1800, there was very little development in firearm bullets. Until 1882, when Major Edward Rubin, director of the Swiss Army Laboratory, invented the copper-jacketed bullet. This technology is still used today.
The copper-jacketed bullet was developed because as firearms technology increased, manufacturers were able to push bullets out rifle barrels and pistol barrels faster. The problem with a solid lead projectile is when you reach 12 to 1500 feet per second, the bullet would melt as it was going down the barrel, and it loses its ability to engage the rifling, and therefore it couldn't remain accurate once it was fired. With the copper-jacketed bullet, the lead core, the same lead that was used with the previous lead bullets, was encased by a copper jacket. That jacket of copper is harder, therefore it allows the bullet to engage the rifling and be pushed at higher velocities.
The next large development in bullet technology was the introduction of a solid copper bullet in 1989. Following in 2000, Lehigh Defense took the monolithic bullet to another level.
Lehigh Defense is a projectile and ammunition manufacturer using the latest in technology to improve projectile design. In small arms munitions, normally associated with lead projectiles, we have eliminated the limitations of that and taking this design further than has ever been done before. Monolithic solids have been around a long time, primarily for African game bullets. What Lehigh did is we took the monolithic concept of machining a bullet from solid bar, and we've created and added geometries and features to get different performance characteristics. We can add slots and grooves, stress risers, fluid form geometry to get different performance characteristics out of the design.
By applying the latest computer numeric control manufacturing processes, Lehigh Defense creates accuracy and terminal performance like no other.
At Lehigh Defense, we believe the process of designing a bullet is completely without constraints. As we don't have hard tooling that limits the geometry we can create, since we're using CNC machine tools, the bullet's profiles and forms can be manipulated to create specific terminal performance characteristics. If a person wants a personal defense bullet and is worried about over-penetration or pass-through of collateral damage, we offer a maximum expansion line that meets that needs. If a person is hiking in bear country and wants a bullet that will perform against a dangerous animal, we offer a deep penetrating solid that meets that need. Each bullet is optimized for the specific needs of the individual.
The projectiles are made from solid copper or brass bar stock and are free from inclusions and voids found to be prevalent in most lead-jacketed projectiles.
With the advancement of CNC technology, we can quickly create and produce bullets to meet a specific need. In a military application, if we know the day before of the target, barriers, distances, and firearms, we can design, manufacture, refine, produce, and ship the following day.
Straying from the traditional manufacturing process, Lehigh Defense utilizes a ballistician to design a bullet. Then, an electronic part model is created and machine programming code is generated from the model. Next, the code is transferred to a machine and a bullet is produced and immediately tested.
What most people don't understand about bullets is they're really complicated miniature machines. They're designed to do a lot of things and they're really underappreciated by shooters. A bullet has to meet 3 levels of ballistics. It has to satisfy the internal ballistic needs, that's what goes on inside the firearm. It has to satisfy the external ballistic needs, which is between the barrel and the target. That's the flight of the bullet. and it also has to satisfy the terminal ballistic needs. In other words, when it hits something, that bullet has to do work. Like when you're shooting an animal, it has to make the animal stop breathing or die. So when Lehigh builds a bullet, their first goal is to make sure it provides the terminal performance that they desire. And they can test that on site by shooting into gel blocks and shooting into water. Once they determine they have achieved the perfect terminal performance or the terminal performance that they desire, then they can start working back to the external ballistics, testing for accuracy, and they can do all of that on site. When they're done with that, they send the bullet out to a lab, and then they make sure that they meet all of the internal ballistics so that the ammunition is safe to be fired in a gun.
As there is no hard tooling, only programming code, optimization of design can occur very rapidly. In the past, Lehigh designed, produced, tested, and refined 17 iterations of a design in one day.
Here at Lehigh Defense, we are not limited by conventional projectile design. We are doing things that have never been done before through the application of technology.
Lehigh Defense is dedicated to providing projectiles with performance levels that are more repeatable, predictable, and controllable than the products and technologies that are available today.
The performance goals and products we have released in 4 years is not possible without innovation. Performance is king to Lehigh Defense. All our designs are based along performance, from a target shooter using our matched solid line, to a hunter using our controlled fracturing, to a homeowner using our personal defense line of ammunition. Performance is king. Our company slogan is, "We will never stop innovating." The key to our success has been combining innovation in design with advanced manufacturing practices.
For more information, visit www.lehighDefense.com.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you'll join us next week as we continue to explore some of the significant developments impacting our lives. I'm Ed Begley Jr.